Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video I'm going to be uh, restoring this Game Boy Color. As you can see, the screen is just done. It's like all burnt off to one side and everything, and the speaker doesn't work. These start and select buttons have been like chewed on, and the battery terminal on the motherboard, one of those little springs on it's broken. These springs are all bent. So I'm shell swapping it, but I'm also going to do some soldering to put in the new battery terminal and the speaker and a whole new screen and everything. So, and I've got some batteries. It turns on, and I've got some earbuds to plug into it because you can hear it through the earbuds. So I can hear it, coming on, making the noise. But that's about it. It doesn't really do anything other than that, obviously, because, screenshot. When you turn it on without, you can faintly hear it. So I'm going to dive into this. These batteries. That's the game I had in it. All right. And this is the shell we'll be swapping it over to. It's a teal shell. I guess kind of looks gray on this camera. Just kind of ugly. Sorry, it doesn't really show up that well. But, cheap camera setup and stuff. This is, I think, grape is the color. Purple, whatever you want to call it. So I got this. Put it off to the side for now. And we're going to get into this thing. It's got 6 Y-wing screws holding it down. So yeah, down in the comment sections, let me know what's your favorite color, Game Boy color, or SP or advanced. It doesn't really matter. I mean, just what's your favorite type of Game Boy color? I can get that screw out. There it goes. Now that's out, we can separate it. Put the back half off to the side because I don't really need it for now. It's a little dirty on the inside, not too crazy bad. So then what you're going to need to do is switch to a Phillips screwdriver. And you're going to want to remove these 3. And now that you got those 3 out, you're going to want to come up here, and there's 2 little black tabs that hold this ribbon cable in. You're going to want to disconnect them and then just slide it out. Set the motherboard off to the side for now. And then really, I don't think we need a whole lot from this, because I think we're just going to we're getting rid of all this. Might as well get rid of this off to the side. Okay. Now what we're going to focus on is bringing the motherboard back. Move these out of the way. Looks like the speaker's all split or something. Can't really tell. Yeah, this is all new for me, so I'm a little nervous going into it. So hopefully it turns out okay. Show you guys my new terminals. So you can buy this little kit. It comes with the one that goes inside the shell, and then your 2 that go onto the motherboard right here and here. honestly, on this one, I may just do probably just the spring one on the motherboard. I don't really see any point in going too crazy and doing both of them at the moment. I don't know if it's hot enough yet. Oh, actually it is. Check that out. So I've never soldered before. So this is all very new to me. Okay. So I've got one of them in. Sorry I didn't get it on camera that well. Add some extra solder to them. It's kind of okay, cool. So those are in there. Just fall or nothing. So got those in there. I feel like they're gonna come out. I know this is kind of a terrible camera angle. Some fresh solder. Come on, get off there. There we go. That definitely looks better. And those are in there. Now the next part is removing this one. So let's heat it up. Actually, should probably just enough to hold it up. Sorry, trying to want to get it to where you guys can see it. So loosen up just a little bit more. There it is. Got the old one out. Throw it off to the side. Set this off to the side too. Take a look at it. All right, set that down. Fix this shit. Okay, I think I actually got it this time. Okay, I think I'm all good. I can unplug this thing now. Set it off to the side so it cools down. But as you can see, level, soldered decently. I need to clean it up for sure. Those are soldered as well, decently. So make sure when I'm going to use some isopropylite alcohol and a toothbrush. Get it in there. I want to give everything a nice good clean because I mean it is kind of dirty. Make sure you get all your button pads or where the buttons push. Don't want to go too crazy with it, but clean up that other terminal. Clean all that up. Then have a little Q-tip. What you're going to want to do with it is dip it in there and then put it in the power switch a little bit, just enough to get some in there so you can kind of clean it out a little bit, make it slide a little easier. And it seems to slide just fine. So that's all kind of clean and dry. Terrible solder job, but I mean it's really not bad. But that's my first time ever soldering, so it's a learning experience, and I actually enjoyed it. So I'm gonna set all this off to the side, toss the old speaker away, set this in the back. Here's your new shell, your new screen. Comes with new screws, the new sticker on the back, which I'll put up to the side so it doesn't get lost or damaged, and all your new, buttons and little pads and all that, power switches. Yeah, pretty neat. Too bad this doesn't show up as the color it actually is. It looks kind of gray, which actually that kind of does look cool, but I'm gonna set this down. And actually, what I noticed, this one actually has these already in it, so those other ones I can keep as a spare in case I need them later on. So let's look at my new screen I got for it. It's a new LCD screen for the Game Boy Color. Let's get it all unpackaged. And I will list everything I bought down in the description below. Just in case, you guys are wanting to buy something kind of on a budget. I mean, none of this stuff is super expensive. I didn't upgrade the screen or anything. It's just stock, cheap screen. We're just going to do a quick test. So I'm going to do one screw to hold this in for now. screwdriver. Got that holding it in. Now there's the tricky part. All of this. I could probably do it. Let's see. Just want to see if it makes any sound. Couple batteries in. Oh yeah. Let's turn the volume wheel all the way up. Turn it off and back on. I mean, it's a little bit louder. It's not the best. I guess we'll know more once we get it all put back together and everything. But the screen looks nice. You know, it actually came on. And disconnect the ribbon cable. Set the motherboard off to the side. All right. Take the screen. All right. I've never done this before. Guess it's just got some adhesive on it. And it sticks. Get it. There it goes. Oh yeah. It's got some adhesive on it. And you're gonna want to take it. Don't want to touch the other side because you don't want to leave a bunch of fingerprints on the inside. But just go around the edges. Make sure it's held onto there pretty well. Flip it over. Start putting in some of our buttons. They'll all come out. There you go. So you got your directional pad. And they're pretty easy to line up because they've got little grooves where each one of them sets in. So that way you can't, get them mixed up and you get your A and B all mixed up or anything. Pretty easy. Drop them all into place. These ones, I don't think they matter. So you can switch them from either one. power switch, I think, goes in like this. I want to say. Guess I can put the other side of the shell on to make sure. Yeah, okay. So that's in there, right? So we'll set this back off to the side. And put the membranes in. Which are also, again, pretty easy. You got your big hole, your little hole, and you just line them up. And make sure they're all in there. And this thing goes up top. 100% sure which direction it goes in. I guess like that. All right. Set this over here for now. I think this has got a protective film. Yeah, it does. Okay. Oh, nervous. Try not to touch it. You're going to want to set it in here. Okay. You're going to take your ribbon cable, slide that back in. If you can. Sometimes it's a little tricky. Make sure these are pulled all the way up just to be sure. Sometimes they're not, and then that's what you're fighting. That's in there. Want to pull those down. Bam. Now that you got both of them in there, get everything all situated. I believe that is everything I want to say. And we just need to screw this all in. I think I'm just going to reuse the original screws. I don't know, they got a better feel to them. And I've heard a lot of people say a lot of the OG screws are just better than the cheap aftermarket ones. So I guess we will find out more. Find out which one's better, I guess. So I did screw up. Okay, my bad. So I have to loosen these out. I'm actually probably going to replace that middle one. I think that screw's a little jacked up. Yeah. So we're going to replace that one just because I don't trust it. In case I have to get back into this thing again. Those are loose, so I can slide the speaker back in there. There we go. Then you're going to tighten these back down. So one cool thing about these is there's not a whole lot of screws and stuff. You just have your two different types, and there's only a few of each, and you're done. So let's put the new screw in. Yeah, that one is jacked up. See, that screw is worse. Okay, so let's try maybe one of these other ones. There it goes. Way better. Way better. Right, make sure this is in there. And let's put the back on. Is this bending this one? Some of these cases are a little snug at times. Oh, this top thing's giving me trouble. There it goes. Change back out to our Y head screwdriver. Looks good. Kind of do them a little opposite of each other, so one on one side, one on the other. So, all right, I've got those in. I'm gonna put the batteries in because I kind of want to test it just to make extra sure. Okay. Now we turn that off. Let's put a game in it. It's definitely louder. Couldn't hear it before. All the buttons feel pretty nice. I don't know if you guys can hear that. My mic doesn't really pick it up. It probably does when I'm talking, but it's not a very good speaker. Of course, it's cheap. I think it was like, I want to say like $10, something like that. Just a cheap one. But definitely good enough for what it needs to be for now. It's like Bugs Life Mario. Yeah, pretty cool. So there it is. Yeah. First ever solder job, and it turned out pretty decent. I'm actually pretty happy. Pretty happy with it. And, you know, the more I do it, I guess, the better I'll get. Let's finish this thing up. And I believe that is it. That is the last screw. All right. Peel off the screen protector. Or, I guess it's not really. I guess it is a screen protector for shipping and stuff, but wow, that looks nice. Sorry the camera quality is just trash. So, but it's best I can do for now. But yeah, let's flip this over. And I believe I've got the sticker to put on. It's the sticker is smaller than the actual space it gives you, as you can kind of see. I mean, it's as close as I can get it. It's not going to be perfect, but it's good enough for me. All right. And final piece, the back. And there you have it. That is a restored Game Boy Color from, what it was. Yeah, that other one didn't look so good. And it went from that to that. I really enjoyed it. Actually had a lot of fun. I burned my finger. There's a little burnt spot. But I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. There'll be plenty more to come like this in the future. Like, I've got my yellow one. I think what I'm going to do is get rid of this screen and just put a new one on and change out the speaker, because also the speaker is bad. I did get another speaker, one of those, the one I used in this one, the little cheap $10 one. I think I'm going to get something better. Like, I'm going to do some research and find a better speaker for it. But yeah, other than that, just clean it up because it's just nasty. Because that's about all that's wrong. I mean, other than, a few chips here and there from people dropping it, but I feel like that just kind of adds character to this one. And I really like the yellow Game Boy colors. They're just, I don't know, nostalgic for me. I've got that one. And I do have a just junk one. I got to buy another terminal so I can actually test this one and see if this motherboard is any good at all. And obviously the speaker on this one, or not speaker, screen on this one is done for. So this one's going to be a project one. I may do some more like mods, like get another clear case and maybe do like the LEDs you see in some people's videos. But that's for future video down the road. And I think I got a DS, an OG DS, not the DS Lite or anything. I need to shell swap it because it's just damaged, but I mean, it works and everything. The screen's fine on them all, other than the shell being busted. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell and share with your friends, as I'd appreciate it and it would help the channel grow. Thank you.